to make this happen. Tamara,
Yes.
I know you're short, but can you jump up and show?
Show yourself.
Seriously, this gentleman and his business and his mother, and there's another guy is hiding somewhere over there, the guy with the white t-shirt, his name is Gassan, and another Chris. I want to say thank you to them for whatever they support me from day one in Ottawa. There was sending a donation, like not money, don't get me wrong, was food, cleaning supplies, truck batteries. I was just call them and need this. They make this happen. I'm come pick it up. I'm delivering to Ottawa. And thank you all, Mississauga, for support, for donations before and donation today. Let's go support the woman who paid the price right now to let us be free. Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you, everybody, Hungarian, Romanian, Polish, Russian, Dominicans. That's it. I don't know how to say thank you in Spanish. Gracias, señora. Thank you, everybody. Tamara.
Okay. Wow, thank you so much. Yeah, I can sit on your shoulders, maybe. Oh, wow, thank you for this absolutely incredible welcome.
We love you, Tamara.
Oh, thank you. For hosting this amazing event. Wow, I'm totally blown away.
Wow.
Two things I've learned about Polish is, number one, they have the best sausage, and number two, they love freedom. I can tell you, in Ottawa, and I talk about this every once in a while, but for Canadians, well, we're all Canadians, but I mean, those that haven't escaped communist countries, the convoy was very joyful for a lot of people. There was lots of hugs and smiles and thank yous, and it was the people from the Polish community, the Iranian community, the Russian community. When they would come up to us and talk to us, you could see the desperation in their eyes, because they've been through this before, and they're watching all these same things happen over and over again. And I know that you have a deep appreciation for freedom and what it means to keep it and to fight for it. So you guys are amazing people. All of you, you're absolutely amazing. And if I could tell a story, how much time do I have?
We're going to work tomorrow morning, so.
Yeah, okay. I won't talk that long. When I was in Ottawa last summer, I was, as most of you know, I was arrested on an alleged breach last summer and jailed for 30 days, denied bail for the second time. And the day that we had my hearing, to find out the first justices, he was a justice of the peace, his name is Justice Harris. And we found out afterwards that he had absolutely no legal background whatsoever. He was a procurement officer for Parks Canada. And this was the gentleman that was denying me bail and deciding my fate going forward. So we get there to the courthouse, we're gonna find out this gentleman's decision. My first impression of him a few days earlier at the hearing was he seemed like a very rational, level-headed man. I thought, there's a good chance I'm gonna be released. I get into that courtroom and this guy stood me up basically and tore up one side of me and down the other. He was comparing my charges to firearms charges, suggesting that I could be jailed for up to 10 years for mischief. And yeah, he was terrible. He was really mean to me. So anyways, I after that, I was stunned. I was literally stunned. Because this is the world that we live in now, right?
It's not free country.
So I went down, they took me back downstairs after his decision was rendered, shackles, it was shackled and handcuffed. And I get down to the basement of the courthouse and I meet a Polish gentleman there. I talk about him in my book, but I don't want to mention his name here because I know there's lots of people taking video. And there's a little more to the story than what's in the book. So I get back, and in the bottom of the courthouse, there's all these little rooms with cells in them. And I'm going back down to mine, and I was a bit shaken up because I was not expecting that decision. But I was still strong. I get down there, and there's this gentleman standing at the doorway to our cell block. And he said, "Can I talk to you for a second?" And I said, "Of course." Where am I going to go? Right? But I said, "Of course." And he said, "I just want to tell you how much it breaks my heart that you're here." Yep. And he said, "We're praying for you." Yep. And he said he's from he attends a Polish church. He's from a big Polish community in Ottawa. And then he said, "We're praying for you." And of course I said thank you, and I went into my cell. And his partner actually looked at me and he's like, "Don't give up." And I said, "I won't." So then it comes time for us to leave, and we're going to get transported back to the detention center. And he comes and gets me again, and he puts my handcuffs on me, and he says, "I need you to know that it breaks my heart to put these on you." And I said, "That's okay. I know why you have to do it, and that's okay." It made me cry. And he was, again, told me about his history from Poland, how he ended up in Canada, why he came to Canada, and his whole experience. And he didn't shackle me when he took me back. And he was a lovely human being. So when we get to of course there's lots of prisoners going back, all the ones that have been in court that day. And he gets me up to the transport and he says, "I'm going to put you in the front of the transport." He said, "It's less bumpy and I'm a good driver." It was so sweet to me. And so we get to the detention center. It's a beautiful July day. And we couldn't go into the detention center right away because there was another transport in there. So we're sitting outside, all of a sudden my door's open and the sunshine is coming in. They took off my handcuffs and we just sat there for 10-15 minutes and had a whole conversation about other things too. It was so beautiful.